This I wanna nail sports to the bone. Top blogger, top YouTube channel. No matter which sports, here we got it covered. Subscribe and hit the notification bell.
What's up, my wonderful peeps? Sports to the bone here again, man. Shout out to all the viewers, subscribers, and the followers. Big up on yourself. Alright, guys, I have a good one here about Coach Simmons and Hetmyer. But before we go any further, I'm going to ask you to get the golden rule out of the way, which is to hit that subscribe button, leave a like on the video, and make sure to drop a comment. So, I'm not sure how many persons would have seen an article floating around, about an interview that Coach Phil Simmons gave about Hetmyer. Now, it's a couple days old, but I didn't want to cover the story while the test match was going on. You understand? So, it's not like the story is fresh, but I still want to touch on it. Had the story saved, but just didn't want to put it out while the test was going on. So, basically, once again, Coach Phil Simmons is saying that Hetmyer will eventually find his way back into the test team. Now, you guys will remember that Hetmyer has not played tests since 2019 when we went up against Afghanistan, I think it was. So, what we, need to remember is that only in West Indies, we look at a 24-year-old and consider him to be young and maturing when he's an international player, right? Only in the West Indies. If we should look at teams like your England, your Pakistan, teams like your Australia, I mean, you will have 24-year-old athletes that are in the team, yes, that you might consider them to be maturing, but they are still in the team and performing. You understand? Now, as I said, guys, the other teams around the world, look at Shaheen Shah Afridi, who is younger than Hetmyer. He's a mainstay. Look at Rabada. Rabada became a mainstay in South Africa team from he was 19. So, we don't want it to be, when you say maturing, you have to be specific and let the people know that it is a case of their attitude. It might be a case of their attitude why they are not in the team. But when it comes on to batting in itself, a 24-year-old usually should be able to handle himself at the international level if he's that as a quality as we are saying. Right? Now, remember, guys, Hetmyer's debut came all the way back in 2016 against India. And we all know that the talent is there. We all know that, he can become a world-class player if he wants. But we have to be mindful that there are several things that are there that will decide whether or not a player will become world-class or will be able to stay at the top. Right? We would have seen Hetmyer at the highest level playing against a couple of top teams. And we do agree that the youngster is extremely talented and gifted, way gifted and talented, way talented than some of the players that are currently playing in the team. So we know it is not a case of his batting while he is not there, right? It is not a case of him not being able to technically function. So what is this maturing that we are talking about? Is it that he is not able to go out there and construct an innings and play based on, the instructions that you would have given him? Because if I am going to be honest, Hetmyer is much better than majority of the players that we have now. But what the coach need to let the people know is that when I say that he's maturing, I mean that he's maturing as it relates to how you construct an innings. He is maturing with the understanding that he needs to now go and play some 4-day cricket, seeing that he wouldn't have played test cricket since 2019. So, we don't just want to throw vague information out there. We know that the youngster is talented. We all see him. So we don't want people to come and throw vague information out there and just expect us to leave it alone. Right? As I said, guys, looking at our middle order there, Hetmyer can be said to be way more talented than most of them. So if I am going to say he's more talented than a lot of those that are in the team, then it simply means that technically he would be able to function. So then the coach need to let the people know, say, boy, when I am talking about maturing, I really mean his mindset as it regards to how you play the game. You understand? So those are some of the things that we really want to look at. And funny enough, if we're going to look at his last 15 test matches, I think he would have made about 550s, right? With a high score of 93. And, seems after that run, they decided that, he isn't ready. And if we are going to look at some of the players that are in the team now, a lot of them would have gone more than 15 test matches without scoring 5 consecutive 50s or 550s. I mean, over those 15 test matches, he would have failed on a couple of occasions, yes. But if we are going to select the team, or if we are going to paint a player this way, then the entire team the entire squad needs to be scrutinized based on the same sort of leverage. No, this is not me calling for them to draw Hetmyer in the team right away, because I would have indicated on the platform on several occasions why I think Hetmyer is not in the team. Even though I would have indicated, people still comment and say, put Hetmyer. Why you think Hetmyer should not be there? I am going to put it out right now. They say that in order to make the team, you have to play a certain percentage of games at the regional level. And no, we haven't played any regional cricket for a while now, but there are other players that would have played regional cricket before regional cricket would have stopped and are at the top of that queue, right? So there are certain things that we need to iron out when it comes on to this youngster. And if you're going to talk about his batting average, in Test cricket, he is currently averaging 28. Right, so I guess when you couple that with a couple of fitness issues that he would have suffered, Coach Simmons is saying that his best days are still yet to come. So we should still remain hopeful where Hetmyer is concerned. You understand? And I am definitely a fan of the youngster. I am not bashing him, but I understand why he wasn't being picked. Now, with all of that, Coach Simmons still stands firm, saying that Hetmyer will become a world-class player, right? Simmons is quoted as saying, I think Hetmyer can and will become a world-class when that time comes. And what I want to know is, when will that time come? When will that time come? Because take Shea Hope, for example. He has already become a world-class player where ODI cricket is concerned, averaging 50 odd, right? Close to mid 50s. But if we are looking at his test stats, you cannot say that he's a world-class player, right? And he's already about 27, 28 thereabout. So are we going to be waiting until Shimron Hetmyer is 26, 27, 28 to really say, all right, now is the time for you to become world class? No, man, he's now the youngster, the youth is now 24-year-old. If you're an international cricketer, then you should be able to show certain things by that. Look at Marnus Lamachet, for example. Marnus Lamachet is 27, and he has been playing good cricket over the last 2 years, my viewers and subscribers. So we're talking about from age 25. And we know that before that, he would have had to play good cricket at the county at first class level before he would have managed to get into the Australia team. So when we are going to compare our cricketers, I think we should measure them up to the international standards and not measure them up to our cricketers in the region. Because if you find a one or two special talent, then those special talent needs to be measured up against the international standard. That is how I see it, my viewers and subscribers. Now, Coach Simmons further went on to say that I am sure at some point he's going to return to the test squad. And, this could be seen as the coach giving Hetmyer some sort of confidence or giving him some sort of boost, letting him know that, here what, know that you're quality and I want you in the team, but you need to get up to the standard. But what is that standard? Because we see a couple of test batsmen in the team that we can't really say that they are performing to a certain standard. So what is that standard that we're trying to get Hetmyer for? And if we are going to say that it is because of the way he's batting, then if we are going to look at that and say that he's not batting maturely, what would we say about Kyle Myers, who is batting at number 4 in the team? What would we say about our vice captain, who is also in that middle order? If it is maturing as regards to shot selections, once again I say, what would we say about the guys that are currently occupying our middle order? Because their shot selections are no much better than Shimron's own. So what are we saying? Now, Coach Phil Simmons further went on to say, and I quote, the experience that Shimron Hetmyer has gotten over the years, when he was in the test team, will definitely benefit him when he makes his way back in. And he went on to say that, as we speak, he thinks that Hetmyer is maturing and is moving along. So those are the wise words of Coach Phil Simmons as it pertains to, or as it relates to Shimron Hetmyer and how his development is coming along. So my viewers and subscribers, another story here on Hetmyer. I feel that I would have done a lot of stories talking about Shimron Hetmyer and why he's not in the team and why he should be in the team or should not be in the team. So there you have it, my viewers and subscribers. Coach Phil Simmons letting us know that Shimron Hetmyer is well on his way back and is maturing as we speak. So I'm going to leave this one right here for now, my viewers and subscribers. You all just going to let me know what you think about this one, all right? Sports to the bone, keeping you informed. Please remember to like and share. Leave us a comment, guys. If you have not yet subscribed, go right ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'm out.